Hello, and welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. And in today's class, as we have been doing at this time slot for the last, for this week and again tomorrow, we're going to be looking at idioms used for specific purposes. Now, I have to confess that I made a little mistake yesterday in regards to verbling and the classes. I mixed up the order of the classes yesterday. I talked about idioms to show annoyance, when yesterday I meant to show idioms for disagreeing and agreeing. So I'm going to switch it today. Hopefully this won't bother anyone too much. Today we're actually going to look at idioms for agreeing and disagreeing. The lesson meant for yesterday. The lesson meant for today, showing annoyance. I did that yesterday. Oopsie, little oversight. But in any case, we're learning English and we're learning idioms, and they're very useful. So hopefully this won't make too much of a difference. We will be learning these idioms through by doing some fill-in-the-blank exercises, and as we go along in these exercises, I will attempt to clarify when and where the idioms are used, if they're used widely or for specific purposes or in specific situations, because that's very important to understand about idioms. As well, I will try to relate to you any idioms that are similar or have similar meanings, or maybe frequently there are idioms that mean the same thing or we use in the same situations. And as always, very interested to hear idioms from you, the students, that may be similar to English idioms in English, idioms in your own native language, that is. All right, so much for the introduction. Hello, Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you.
Hello. Hi. Okay, and hello. Hi, Max. How are you today? Hi, Max. You there? Okay.
Hello. Sorry. I have a small trouble.
It's okay. I've been having some small troubles today myself. Confusion. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Of course, plenty of room in the class. I'm sure some others will be joining us as we continue. Come on in. There's plenty of room. Okay, let me do a screen share. Again, I seem to have confused my classes yesterday and today. I swapped them out. I taught yesterday's class. I'm teaching yesterday's class today. I taught today's class yesterday. Oopsie, going a little backwards. But anyway, we'll get them both done. Okay, we're going to start off. You must be joking. We're going to start off looking at 6 expressions, idiomatic expressions, which we use to disagree. We're going to start off by using the words in bold print italics to fill in the blanks for these various expressions. Okay, and now we're going to be and then after that we'll be figuring out the situations where we would use these idioms. So first things first, see how many of these you guys know to begin with, or I can explain them if you do not, and I will try to explain something about them so when we look at situational use, we'll be able to figure it out. Okay, Heidi.
Fast, it's already open.
Letter A. What's that?
Oh, you must be joking.
You must be joking. Okay. Well,
What? You must be dying.
you must be. You must be dead.
You must be dead.
You must be dead. Okay. All right. You must be joking. Of course, is the first one. All right. Now, there's several ways that we do this. Frankly, it's very, very similar phrases to "you must be joking." Heidi, do you know any other ways to express the idea
Uh-huh.
like "you must be joking"?
You must be. You must be what? You must be dying.
You must be dying. No, Max, can you think of any other ways that alternate phrases we use to "you must be joking"?
Like joking.
You're kidding.
Kidding.
You're kidding, right? You're kidding. You've got to be kidding.
Kidding.
Joshing me.
You must be
You're
joshing me. You're joshing me. Yes, you're joking. You're not serious. You can't be serious. Okay, there's actually a large number of these such phrases. You're putting me on. That's another. You've got to be putting me on.
Pulling my pants.
Pulling my, not my pants. Pulling my leg. You must be,
No pants.
not your pants. You must be pulling my leg. Okay, all of these expressions means I can't believe what you're saying, and I think you're probably lying to me. Okay, but in a simple phrase, there's a lot of these, frankly. Okay, anyway, Max, how about B?
On the contrary.
All right. No. On the contrary.
Yeah.
On the contrary. Why would we say this exclamation? And it is an exclamation. Why would we say this? On the contrary. For what reason would we say this? Okay. You may not have. Okay. This is used when somebody says something that's just not true, especially some personal information about you. Oh, I've heard you're quite, if one of you guys told me, I heard that you're quite wealthy, I would say, on the contrary, meaning, no, it's exactly, your information you're telling me is pretty much exactly wrong, the opposite. Oh, you must be, I've heard you're very rich. On the contrary, hardly. Okay, so when contrary, okay, contrast, you want to give contrasting or opposite information. So you use this exclamation before you correct somebody because their information is absolutely the opposite of what the real information is. Oh, I heard it could be anything. I heard that your company is going to make a large profit. On the contrary, we're losing about $100,000. Completely the opposite.
May I use this phrase like on the one hand, tra-ta-ta-ta-ta, on the contrary? No?
Well, yeah, contrarily, as like a subordinator or a signal phrase, well, yeah, you could. Of course, usually that particular phrase, that's the way you're using it, yeah, to introduce contrasting information. So, yes, the same way we use on the other hand. But I'm going to use on the other hand, I'm trying to explain something to you. Okay. Whatever. Dandelions are bad because they're a weed. But on the other hand, they can be good because you can eat dandelion greens and you can make dandelion wine. In fact, they're edible. So I'm just explaining information to you. That's it. All right. I'm going to use this exclamation on the contrary because you have given me information or you have made a claim that I know to be exactly wrong. All right. So if you tell me,
Okay.
teacher, you're rich, I'm not going to say, on the other hand, I'm not rich. That makes no sense. I'm going to be shocked, and I'm going to say, on the contrary, I am far from rich. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully, you understood this. Okay, Heidi. Heidi, letter C.
Over my dead body.
There you go. Over my dead body. Why would somebody say that?
Uh-huh.
Can you give me an example? Why would somebody say, over my dead body?
If you want to do that, if you insist to do that, please go over my dead body.
You'll have to kill me first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is the idea. Okay. All right. If one of my children wanted to go join ISIS or ISIL, I would say, over my dead body, you will. No chance of that. You'll have to kill me first. All right. A very strong disagreement about an action, pretty much an action somebody wants to take. Somebody states that they want to do some action, and you reply, over my dead body, I will not allow you to do that action. Okay. Max, D.
No way.
No way. Okay. I have to be clear about this because this phrase, simple phrase, has many different uses. I can just use it as a strong, emphatic no. I want to go in that door. No way. You're not allowed. Okay, just no. I can also use this as a exclamation of surprise. A plane just crashed in your workplace, so you don't have a job anymore. No way. Oh my, no way. I can't believe it.
Yeah,
okay.
I remember in one film, he called to 911
911.
911 and who get call very long, said something to him about do you have to know your call to to hear, we are so busy, something like that, and after that he said, no way. What are you thinking I'm doing? I called to order pizza or something like that. It was funny.
Yeah.
But in not my connotation.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. No way. No way. Also, it can be used in exactly the same way we use you must be joking. No way. You must be joking. You've got to be kidding me. Same. So really, it's used for three different purposes, three different kind of situations. Yeah, but all kind of negative. Okay, Heidi, how about E?
E. It's out of the question.
It's out of the question. Okay.
No.
No. An emphatic no. And a very emphatic no. I know where you're saying I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not going to discuss it. Discussion over. It's out of the question. Period. In fact, sometimes we actually say period to emphasize I'm not talking about it anymore. Put a period at the end of the sentence is over. We're not talking anymore. All right. Yeah. In fact, it's out of the question, period, is another common phrase. You might add that. Now, I don't know why F is even in this group, frankly. I'm not sure. Max?
I have a question about. It's out of the question. There
Yeah.
is no question. It's the same or slightly?
No, no, no. Quite different. No,
No
no, no.
doubt.
Okay.
No. No doubt.
Uh, no doubt. It's okay.
It's
There's
no
no
doubt.
question. Right. Heidi's right. There's no question means there's no doubt. Okay.
Obvious.
Okay.
It's obvious. Everyone knows. Okay. So actually, that's kind of a way of agreeing, and actually expressing everyone agrees. It's obvious. There's no doubt of something. Okay. So it's quite different. It's out of the question. There may be no question involved whatsoever. Someone may say, whatever. I'm leaving work early today, and the boss may say it's out of the question. We've got a deadline by 5 o'clock, and we've got 20 hours of work to do in the next 4 hours. It's out of the question. You are not leaving early. Means the boss does not want to talk about it anymore. Don't argue with me. I'm warning you. Whatever you want to do is just no. Okay. Well, hello, Nader. Howdy, howdy. How are you, Nader? Hi. Okay. Don't know what's he. Oh, there he is. Hello. Okay, Max. F, of course.
Point taken.
All right. I'm not
It's
sure
like
why.
it's done. I nailed it. Point taken.
Oh
No,
no.
different.
Different. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, if I nailed it and I did something well, okay, point for me. Point. I made my point. If you make your point, you justify your idea. You justify your point. Okay, 2 points for you. Oh, very good. Point taken. I don't think it doesn't really belong with this group of disagreement. Point taken means, okay, you made your point and I understand your point. I agree with your point. Your one point is right. Okay, I guess it does belong in this group. You made your point, point taken. It's usually followed with however, or on the other hand.
Okay, I got it. It's like
Okay.
I see.
I can
see
see.
your
Yeah.
your
Okay.
points.
All right. You use it to make a concession or to concede a point. All right. Point taken. I understand your view. Point made. Okay. Point made would be very similar. Point made. I understand. Point taken. You've made your point. However, inevitably, it is used to actually introduce the fact you're about to say. However, I still disagree because blah, blah, blah. So, all right. So it does belong in this group. It's making a concession, but most likely it means you're going to argue your point some more. Okay. These are all very common phrases in English, by the way. Everyday phrases, really. Let me quickly say hello to Ken.
Yes, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh.
I'm good. No, great. Okay. All right. All right. Now, as it's okay, there's a note here. You use the last expression when someone says something. You realize they were right and you were wrong. Yeah, about 1 point, but the bigger argument you may want to continue. Okay. All right, we're going to try to use these expressions that we just looked at in the situations below. Again, okay, this exercise is done like a dialogue. First one's kind of weird, long dialogue part. where someone says something and the other person may answer with one of these expressions. And frankly, all of these expressions are answers. It makes no sense to say one of these to start a conversation. Hello, Max. How you doing? Over my dead body. Makes no sense. All of these are replies. They certainly would have to be a reply. Okay. All right. Let's start with the first one. Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, I guess it's Nadair's turn. So, Nadair, oh, you said the figures would be ready last week. I told you we needed extra help to get them out. We're only halfway through. We need at least 2 more people, and we need them immediately. Otherwise, you simply won't have the figures when you leave for New York on Monday. Okay, you might reply with, what might you reply with after this long lecture from a boss-type person? Okay, something. I promise you'll have 2 extra people within the hour. All right. More or less, he's agreeing. The only one that could possibly be used for agreement. Nadair, are you there? Are you with me? Okay. I don't know. I don't know where he went. Okay. All right, I'll do this one myself, I guess. Point taken. All right, I understand you. Point taken. I promise you'll have 2 extra people. In this case, the person is just totally conceding and giving up the argument. When a person says point taken, maybe they'll just give up the argument. Maybe they will continue by saying, however, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ken, let's look at number 2. Can I borrow your car this afternoon? Ken, huh? Can I borrow your car? Huh?
Not this afternoon. Never again. No way. No, after the state you left it in the last time.
Oh, it was just a little throw up, Ken. Why are you worried about it?
I don't know. But, yeah. I think no way is a very strong rejection, right?
Yes, it is. You're absolutely correct. Which is why I said something disgusting after. Yeah. No way. Okay, out of the way. It's out of the question. All right, 2 strong rejections in a row. You see this little cartoon. Not going to happen. You might also say, as another way of saying it's out of the question. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Okay, Heidi, how about number 3 here? I was wondering if I could have tomorrow off to go to my grandfather's funeral.
I'm afraid you've already been to grandfather's funerals in the past year. I wasn't born yesterday. You know what? What? I wasn't born.
Or was it born yesterday? All right, we'll get to that phrase, but the first one, fill in the blank. I'm afraid.
I'm afraid. What?
Yes, which phrase? I'm afraid.
No way.
No.
I'm afraid. You are kidding.
No, there's actually only one of these phrases would we actually say I'm afraid. In other words, I'm saying it in kind of a polite way. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid Mr. Smith isn't in the office. It's very polite to use sorry or afraid in front of a phrase. None of these, I would never say, I'm afraid you must be joking. I'm afraid, no way. I'm afraid over my dead body. No way. These are very, very strong. So you're not going to be apologetically, politely expressing them. Only one of these phrases would you say, I'm afraid, and that is, I'm afraid it's out of the question.
Okay.
You may say that in a calm voice, in a polite way. I'm sorry, but it's out of the question.
Okay.
You may hear that from, for example, your airplane flight was canceled because of a giant typhoon, and you may say, I'm sorry, but I really need to get to Hong Kong today. I have an important meeting. The customer service agent at the airline may very politely say, I'm very sorry, but it's just out of the question. We're not going to send you up in a we're not going to send you up in a Category 5 typhoon. Not going to happen. I'm terribly sorry.
Oscar said, over my dead body.
Okay.
If you want to go.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, all right. Over your own dead body. There you go. Okay. All right. Now, also, there's another interesting element to this exercise 3, which Heidi pointed out. You've already been to 2 grandfathers' funerals in the past year. I have really seen this happen in the real workplace. So funny. Wait a minute. How many grandparents can you possibly have? All right. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. Okay. What are we saying? I wasn't born yesterday. We're saying I'm not stupid, you know.
Uh-huh. I see. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't born yesterday, you know.
I'm not a baby. No.
Well, we always say it more idiomatically. A straightforward way to say it, I'm not stupid, you know. But more idiomatic, very common, I wasn't born yesterday. Or I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. Or the beer truck sometimes. I didn't just fall off the turnip truck.
I'm not that naive.
That's right. That's exactly the idea. So there's another fun one. I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. Okay, I'm not as stupid as a turnip. Okay, moving on. Max, I think we should close. Okay, go ahead.
I think we should close the shop in central London. It's not very profitable. No way. Over my dead body.
Yeah.
It's where the business started in 1895.
Okay, no way. Over my dead body. In fact, no way is often used in conjunction with other phrases. No way. Over my dead body. Yeah, so the way Max said that is actually quite normal. One thing that you said which is not normal is profitable. Not profitable. First syllable stress. Profitable.
Profitable.
Yeah. Able, okay. ABLE, this suffix does not, many suffixes change the syllable stress in the word. I'm sure you know that, if not from my classes, but from other experience, whatever. But this one, ABLE, which is a common suffix, does not change the stress from the original word, profit. It doesn't change the stress from the root word. All right, so whenever you see that, it does nothing to the normal syllable stress. Just a little side note there. Okay. Nader, no problem. Everyone seems to be having slow or impeded connections today. I don't know what's going on the planet Earth today. Perhaps there's a solar flare. I do not know. You're not the only one, Nader. A lot of people, myself included. Okay, anyway, Nader, this one's for you. I thought you believed in capital punishment. Ah! I've always been dead against it. That's funny. Okay, that's ironic. You're kidding. Okay? Quite possibly, you're kidding or you must be joking. All right? Again, there are numerous phrases. You've got to be kidding. You must be joking. you're joshing, right? You're just pulling my leg, right? You know this. You know I'm dead against it. Now this is also funny. Okay, I've always been dead against it. You're dead against capital punishment. Personally, I see the humor in that. Americans say, actually, here's another idiomatic phrase. Americans change this slightly. We say dead set against something. I'm dead set against it. I'm indicating that I'm very strongly in disagreement with something. Dead set against it. Okay. Ken, what about an ice cream?
Oh, nice. Nice in the
Nice.
wintertime.
In the wintertime. Yeah. Perfect.
So, should I choose?
Yeah, so what would you say?
Oh, you must be joking.
Okay. You must be joking. Oh, okay. I kind of made a mistake on the last one. I thought you believed in capital punishment. The person might say you must be joking. It's possible. They could also say, on the contrary, I've always been dead against it. So exactly the opposite of what the first person said. That should have been the answer for number 5. Yeah, you must be joking. It sounds like a crazy idea. It's -10 outside. Yeah, that's a better fit for number 6, Ken. A better fit for 5, although the other answer was possible, a better fit for 5 would be on the contrary. So this is common. On the contrary is used when somebody tells you what your opinion is, but they're 180 degrees wrong. So that's the common use. All right, so much for the disagreeing part of the lesson. Now, in our second half of the lesson, we will go on to fair enough. All right, doing the same thing again, but now we have 7 different ways to agree with someone. We're going to see which of these phrases you know right off the bat, again, using the words in bold italics, to show agreement. Heidi.
The same. Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, you got the same one last time. I forgot. There it is. Oops. Silly me. Fair enough. Well, fair enough. You got it correct. Okay. Fair enough. Very good. All right. Okay. Basically, fair enough are used in place of any of those. All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Max, how about B?
Maybe tell me about it.
Maybe, yes. Tell me about it. Okay. All right. Often.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. No, not really. Tell me more would be encouraging someone to speak more. It's pretty straightforward. Tell me about it. You say something, Max, I strongly agree with. Especially if you, Max, are complaining. Oh, I hate waiting in line. I might say, yeah, tell me about it. Meaning, I hate it too. Usually we say this to agree with something kind of negative. Oh, I can't understand how to do my taxes. Tell me about it. I've been working on mine for 3 days and I haven't gotten anywhere. All right. Meaning I have a shared experience, usually negative. It wouldn't really make sense to say, oh, I love riding the roller coaster. I probably wouldn't say, tell me about it. That sounds weird. Sounds like I want you to tell me more of the story. So usually to agree with something negative. No, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't mean. Yeah, it means I know it. I know very well. I understand. I can empathize instead of sympathize. empathize because I've experienced the same thing. Right. That's the idea. Exactly. Nader, now you're what? Now you're talking. All right. Yeah. Now you're talking. Okay. This may sound very simple on the surface. Basically, the meaning is just strong agreement. Now you're talking, especially when somebody is speaking in about an opinion which you share. Now you're talking. Or you have an idea or an opinion about how to solve a problem or something that needs to change, something of that nature. This is where someone would reply, now you're talking. Yeah, that's what we should do. Yeah, now you're talking. Sometimes you may hear this phrase, which is close. Now you're talking my language. Now, this is close, but not, it's more specific. For example, all right, the five of us are sitting around, and we're trying to figure out what we want to do. And then Ken suggests, let's go to the amusement park and ride the roller coasters. I might say, now you're talking my language. That's what I want to hear. Okay. Meaning, yeah, we're on the same wavelength. Oh, yeah, we're thinking the same thing, or you're giving an opinion or something that something more like something you want to do. Now you're talking my language. It's often more about something to do, not just an opinion.
In Russian, the same meaning. Sorry.
Go ahead.
In Russian, the same meaning, but this negative. We say, "Don't tell me." Something when I agree with this person. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me. Well,
yeah.
when
I agree, and I have this experience early, some kind of.
Oh, then okay, like B, you're saying. Okay, Russian, you'd say, "Don't tell me about it. Don't tell me. I already know."
Yeah. I'm talking about B.
Okay, all right. Interesting. That could be very confusing. I could see how that could really cause a serious problem. Okay. Don't tell me about it. Okay. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Because when an English speaker or American says, don't tell me about it," it means I don't want to know. Just, I don't want to hear it. It could mean I don't want to hear it because I don't want to hear bad news, or I don't want to hear you because I don't like you. So, you can see where that could possibly cause a problem in communication. Okay, looking at D. Where are we? Ken, D.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Very good. All right, and okay. Well, what situation would we use that?
Maybe I and somebody thinking at the same time, same things at the same time. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Or quite possibly, maybe you were actually really just going to say exactly the same thing.
Yeah, maybe both of us thinking about eating ice cream. So I would say this.
Right, even though it's 10 below. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. Just going to say that. Okay. We also might say you're reading my mind. You must be reading my mind. It's also common. You must be reading my mind. I was just thinking, ice cream would be terrific to sit in the snow and eat. Okay, very good. Heidi, how about E?
You are telling me what?
Yeah, okay. Well, this one requires some serious intonation. You're telling me.
You're telling
You gotta say that way. You're telling me. Right. You're telling me. This is very similar to tell me about it. Very similar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, yeah. So, okay, you don't have to tell me. Actually, you don't have to tell me. Oh, this don't tell me is very negative, but you don't have to tell me is actually very positive. Ooh, this could be confusing. Haven't really thought about this, but this could be confusing because one is negative. Don't tell me about it. You don't have to tell me about it means something completely different. You don't have to tell me. Oh, yeah, I know all about it. Interesting. You're telling me is very strong, and it usually is spoken with very strong intonation. You're telling me. Oh, the president's an idiot. You're telling me. Don't I know? Don't I know is another way we show strong agreement. Okay, Max. How about F?
You've just hit the nail on the head. The nail on the
Nail on the head. Yep. Hit the nail on the head.
The nail on.
Absolutely. Different versions of this. You nailed it. Okay. You nailed it. Could be something you say that you're agreeing is perfectly on target. Okay, you just hit the nail on the head. All right, you've come straight to the point, the most important point of the matter. Do you know any others, Max, that have kind of similar to this idea?
I don't know.
Okay, I might say bullseye. Bullseye is the target you use for shooting or shooting arrows as a target.
Bingo.
Bingo. Oh, see, you do know. Bingo. Exactly. Okay, bingo. That's a good one. Absolutely the same exact idea. Bingo. You nailed it. All right. These kinds of phrases, all of these phrases, really, many of them, we would say, just to show emphasis, we'd use two of them in conjunction. Bingo. You nailed it. Oh, yeah, you're telling me. Okay. Okay. Last one here. Midair. You can say that again. Yes, you can. All right. You can say that again. Just strong agreement. Again, whatever. You agree with somebody's opinion on something. All right. You can say that again. Could be simple. Often this one is used for very simple opinions. He's an idiot. Yeah, you can say that again. They wouldn't require any reply. These are all, again, just like the first batch of disagreeing exclamations. These agreeing exclamations, none of them require any kind of reply, really, unless, of course, you're in an argument or something. Okay, let's see if we can check practical uses, again, in the form of a dialogue. Ken, I'm going back to you. I know I said that our maximum discount was 30%. Well, I've spoken to my head office, and we think we can go to 40.
Well, we can do business after all. Yeah, no, I said maximum. I've spoken to my head office. To 40. But, fair enough.
Okay, it's possible. No, there's many of these kinds of exclamations are interchangeable, but slightly nuanced difference in meaning. Fair enough means, okay, that's good enough. I can do that. Fair enough. All right, that's possible. Maybe I'd like to hear a better discount, but all right, that's close enough. It's like saying close enough.
Mhm. And options?
Yeah, is there any other that you think you might say? Fair enough. Yeah,
Uh,
it's possible.
uh, uh, I can yes you are telling I forgot the option. You are
You're telling me.
could you screw up a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. You're telling. You just hit the nail on the head.
No, that is also possible. If you used A, fair enough. Okay, listen to, if I was using fair enough, listen to how I would say it in real life. Fair enough, we can do business after all. Fair enough, okay, that's good enough. It's barely good enough, but it's good enough. It's agreement, and it's possible. If I say, you've just hit the nail on the head. This was exactly the number I was looking for. We can do business after all. All right? Means that's exactly on target, the percentage discount that I wanted. Exactly. Right on target. Now, I think the best answer here, most useful, probably, or most likely, would be you took the words right out. No, sorry, I'm sorry. Now you're talking. Or even better, now you're talking my language.
Okay.
Now you're talking. Now we can do business. All right. You're talking my language. Now we're communicating. You know, 30%, I don't even want to talk to you. 40%, now we can talk. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So that one, I think that one makes the most sense here. Heidi. Excuse me. Number 2. Heidi, you can't go into town without seeing beggars. You can't leave your car anywhere without it being damaged. There's litter all over the place.
Mm. Oh, it's very difficult. You can say that again?
Sure. You can't go into town without seeing beggars. You can't leave your car anywhere without it being damaged. There's litter all over the place.
Uh-huh.
And you're
It's difficult. You can say it again? I don't know what happened.
oh, you can say that again.
Mm.
Yeah, there could be any of these that are used for strong agreement, frankly. Some of these are interchangeable, more possible.
It used to be totally.
You can say that again is very good here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what has happened to this town.
Well,
Could be. Tell me about it.
Fair enough. Next. Uh-huh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No,
No.
not really. That what doesn't really work. Tell me about it. Could be. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just about to say that, but that would be very special circumstances. All right. You're telling me it's possible you can say that again.
You can say that.
Yeah.
I think it's drugs. Most of the crime in this town is drug related in some way. I think fair enough.
No, no.
I think.
He thinks his opinion is exactly correct.
I think it's fair enough. No.
Yeah, okay. The first one could have been several. I think your choice of you can say that again is very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's drugs. most of the crime in this town is drug-related in some way.
Mm-hmm.
The other person might say, I think you've hit the nail on the head. That's
Oh.
exactly right. It's all because of drugs. That's why the town is such a mess.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're right on target with your idea. You're exact. That's basically the concept. Okay. Max, can I finish at 4 today?
No, sorry. That's the third time you've asked it this month. It's not fair to the others. Okay. Okay, I see your point.
Okay.
Please let me
Yep.
see.
Yep.
Now you're
Again, it's the one that's slightly different because it just shows casual agreement. It's like saying, okay.
okay, fair enough.
Yep. Fair enough is like, okay. It's not like, yeah! It's like, yeah. There's a difference. The others are going to have very strong. You're telling me. You can say that again. Now you're talking. These are very strong. If you express fair enough, it's going to sound that's quite moderate intonation. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I see your point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Point taken. You might say, okay, fair enough. Point taken. All right. That would be very common to have that sequence of phrases. Nader, this weather's incredible, isn't it? It's like the tropics. You might say, you're something. We'll have to start thinking about air conditioning if it goes on any longer. You're what? Now you're talking. No, well, I don't think so. I think probably you're telling me. You're telling me. Whew. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. You're telling me something I already know. You're telling me. I think is probably the answer. Probably mostly just because of your. Uh, Not really now you're talking. You're not saying now you're talking. I'm very excited that we're going to have to buy air conditioning and we're sweating through our clothes. Okay. You're Now you're talking means something's good, and I agree because it's something good. Now you're talking. This is something I want to do, and I really like. They're talking about how the weather is way too hot, so there's no way you could use. Now you're talking. Yeah. Okay. So must have now. You're talking. Yeah. If you just said you're talking, the person would answer, yes, I'm talking. Can't you hear me? Are you stupid? Clean your ears. If you just said, you're talking? You're talking. Yeah, that would sound very crazy, and that person would assume that you're not hearing them. We'd be totally misunderstood. Funny. Ken, I think Roger is out of his mind if he thinks that Mary is going to change once they're married.
Not blah blah mouse. I forgot the option.
Okay, she's not going to change at all. All right. Okay.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Ah. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's giving more points. So.
She's not going to change at all. If anybody's going to change, it'll have to be him.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably right. Okay. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Looking at the next exercise. Could be, tell me about it.
Tell me
Tell me
about
about it.
it.
Tell me about it. She's not going to change it at all. Yeah, okay. All right. Again, indicating you're telling me something I already know and experience, but so I agree. Both those are very similar. Tell me about it, and you're telling me pretty much the same thing. Yeah, I know. Okay, Heidi, looking at the last one then.
Hmm?
I've been thinking about this year's holiday. Do we have to go to the Lake District again? This will have been 5 years in a row.
You are telling me.
Uh, prob you know,
You are
I,
telling me.
I think it's time we took the kids abroad. So they're having a similar idea.
Hmm.
They both have the same idea. So this would undoubtedly this would be the case. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hmm.
It's exactly what I was thinking already. Okay. So yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So clearly he's already thought of an alternative holiday. So he's already been thinking it. So there it is. Over my dead body. Okay, let's see if we can, in the last 5 minutes here, let's see what we remember. Quick memory check. Max.
As you said, over my dead body.
Over my dead body, you will. Okay.
You will over my dead body.
Yeah, that's very common right there. All right, again, an action. Uh, Midair, you be joking. You must be joking. Yes, yes, I am. Just kidding. Okay, Ken,
It's out of the question.
yeah, okay. It's not going to happen. It's out of the question. Okay. Discussion over. It's out of the question. You might hear it that way. Heidi.
No
4.
way.
No way. Yeah, no way. Uh, Again, be careful. No way can be used in other ways. No way is very commonly used to if something's funny. No way can be a vehement denial, but no way can also be used in a humorous way. Something really funny happened, you might say, "No way, really? His pants fell down? No way." Uh, anyway, okay, Max.
Me again. Hit the nail on the head.
Yes,
Head.
hit your head on the nail.
Head.
I mean, hit the nail on the head. Okay. Uh, okay. All right. Uh, Midair. Fair. Fair enough. All right. Good enough. Fair enough. All right. Okay. Ken.
You are telling me.
You're telling me. Okay. You're telling me. Yep. That's it. Heidi, number 8.
You can say that again.
Say that again. You can say that. You can say that again. We really stress that when we say this. You can say that again to draw attention to that, what you just said. So it has a pretty explicit intonation. You can say that again. Max, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9. Number
What
9.
you are talking?
What are you talking? What you're talking? No. Not quite.
I don't remember.
Are you talking? No, that's not it. Now you're talking.
Now you okay.
Yeah, Ken got my very ultra subtle joke. Thank you, Ken. Okay, Nader, tell me about it. All right, you got it. Very good. Tell me about it. Nader, you're talking about must and might. I'm not sure what you were. Oh, maybe that was an answer to the question. You must be joking. Oh, that one? You must be joking. All right. It can't be you might be joking. Must be. No one would say you might be kidding me. No, you must be kidding. You're kidding, right? Oh, come on. Okay, anyway, I want you to go out into your various lives, and I want you to try to use these phrases as much as possible. So for all your other English teachers today, anything they say, just say, you must be kidding. Over my dead body. You must be joking. Every time they ask you a question, just tell them we're practicing from Oakley's idioms class. I'm sure it will be okay. Okay. Anyway, have fun with that. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.